Tim, congratulations on the victory. What are your initial thoughts after a hard-fought win like that?
Man, glad to get the win. It was a long, hard training camp. I knew it was going to be a long, hard fight. It was fun. It was fun.
A lot of the broadcasts, especially in the first round, they were saying that you hadn't. It just seemed like you were clicking on all cylinders, and they can't remember when you looked this good through the broadcast. So, did anything specifically about this fight, changes in preparation, just lead to this performance?
For this fight in particular, we trained just to beat this one guy. A lot of times, I just train hard, and I'm too old to just out-train these young guys. So we trained specifically to beat this guy. And, I think the specific training is what made the victory come.
Is there anything specific that led to that decision to train, to change approaches, I guess?
James Krause, we're not just training hard, we're training to beat guys. And I had a really long camp, and we worked just to beat this one guy. We worked a lot of stuff in the clinch, we worked a lot on the wall. And there was no situation in this fight where we didn't train. I did a lot of back stuff. We knew he was going to be really grabby and really long. So, again, it was just a long training camp, but it was specific for this guy, and there was no surprises in this fight.
So that overhand left that you caught him in the first round, was that something you knew specifically you could take advantage of, or you just see it in the moment?
That's James Krause. We worked this backside six and staying long. I felt like my hands weren't really working well for me. I felt like I was forcing things. But again, I have a great corner. I try to take myself out of the fight and just be a soldier and listen to my coaches. And I think my coaching corner and my fight IQ is what got me the win.
And I have to ask, a lot was made on the broadcast. It looked like your fingers slipped into his gloves. It seemed like he was yelling at the referee about a glove grab. Did you notice that, or was that just an accident in there?
Oh no, I grabbed his glove for sure. We're fighting. I'm grabbing everything that I can. The glove is part of the hand. You know what I mean? Like his hand is inside the glove. I'm trying to grab his hand, so the glove is there. You're not going to not grab the glove.
Fine. I know. Is there, in the state of this division, I think we're going to get the fourth fight between Figueiredo, Moreno, Kaikar, France, and has a big #1 contenders fight, I think, coming up. So, are there any specific names you want at this point in your career?
Yeah, I want the guys who I was supposed to fight that backed out before this fight. Sue Majarji got hurt. Amir Albazi accepted a fight and then said he was hurt, and then I got videos of him sparring the next week. I want these guys that are accepting fights and then pulling out. I have two guys that have already accepted fights with me, and those are the two guys I would like next.
There's a couple of knees that you got him with that were very, really close with him almost being grounded. Did you time that just perfectly? Did you get lucky, or were you even aware of whether his knee was down or not?
I can't fight and referee both, so that's on the ref to do his job. I'm there to fight. Knees on the ground, knees on the head, wherever they come. I'm trying to knock them out. Obviously, I'm not trying to throw illegal shots, but you can't play that hanging out on one knee game, and I threw it and it was legal, so all's fair.
When you talked about the specific approach to the fight just for him, did you find that as a nice change as opposed to just broadly training everything? Is that what you're hoping to do going forward?
Yeah, man, I'm getting older. I used to just work like a dog, but I'm too old. I'm never going to be able to outwork guys like Brandon Moreno, these young guys. I'm going to have to train smarter, not harder. Instead of training 3 times a day and sparring 4 or 5 times a week, I'm doing one private every day specifically for my opponent, and then I'm doing one hard practice, and then everything else is skill building. That's it. I'm just learning and getting better. I'm not dogfighting no more. I'm getting too old for that.
Well, that's for me. There were these moments in the fight where you kind of just yelled or let out these sort of primal sort of urges. Was that you just amping yourself back up, or what was going through your mind at those moments?
Man, honestly, I was just so excited to have fans again. I hate fighting in the Apex. I worked my life to get to where I can fight in front of people. It's the only time where I feel like I can get out there and be myself, and usually that rises me to the occasion. It's been 3 years since I fought in front of fans, and I'm not going to lie, I had a bit of an adrenaline dump. I got a little overexcited, and I wore myself out.
Tim, over here. What's it like training with James Krause and Glory MMA? I feel like there's a great ambiance over there right now.
It is, man. There's a culture over there that's unlike any other. I've trained all over the world. I've been to the biggest, best gyms in the world, and you can go wherever you want. The grass isn't always greener, and I'm not saying that where I'm at is the best place, but it's the best place for me. I'm a guy who needs somebody to take care of my whole camp. I can't be in charge of anything. I'm a soldier. I need a general telling me where to go, where to shoot, where to die, where to lay, and James Krause does that for me.
And are you happy at flyweight, or are you considering moving up at all?
I'm a flyweight. I don't want to leave this division. There was a time where this division was going under. A lot of people were jumping ship, going to 35. They were saying it wasn't going to be. I wanted to be one of the guys that stuck around in the division, one of the guys that kept the division. And in 20 years, when they're talking about the flyweight division, I'm going to be one of the guys that they talk about that kept this division here.
On average, how much weight are you cutting?
I cut less weight now. I diet down. I think the day before weigh-ins, I think we did a 5-pound sweat. That was it.
Fantastic. Thank you, and congrats.
Thank you.
Hey, Tim, back here. Tim, I was curious, obviously late in that third round, he's got the back and it looks like a little dicey. Just, can you walk us through what was going on in your mind? Was it close? Were you worried at all about, hey, he might be able to force a 10-8 on the scorecard, anything like that?
Of course it's a worry when somebody has your back. We worked a ton. We knew he was going to be good there. We knew eventually he was going to get me down. We knew eventually that he would have my back. And I think without the specific training for this guy, I probably would have got finished there. We worked a ton from that position. And normally I would have been a little bit more panicked and trying to get out of there, but I had James in my ear telling me that I'm fine. He knew the choke wasn't there. The punches were on top of my head. They weren't hurting me. Again, I lost my last fight because I wasn't urgent in the third, and that did cross my mind. But I was worried if I tried too much that maybe he could slip that choke in. So I just hung tough and waited out the clock.
I'm going to be honest. This question I asked more for your reaction. Can you walk us through exactly how Lorosenko got you in the wrist lock?
Man, it was a long time ago, but she just caught me in a... I don't know if you guys know this, but Lorosenko is a gangster. I cornered her in her first pro... She's an undefeated pro fighter. She's a really good grappler, and she's fucking mean. Like, if you get on the mat with her, she's mean, and she'll twist your stuff. So, yeah, I got caught up in her, nethers, and she pulled my elbow, and she wrist locked me. It's been years and years ago, but yeah, she legit got me.
Thank you.
Tim, congrats on the win. You have guys like Dom Cruz, Ronnie Yaya in the game. Jose Aldo, you're right there getting your respect. What are the secrets to the longevity? How do you keep, stay relevant?
I've been in the UFC since 2012, and the secret is finding a good team and a good coach and finding a place where you belong. It took me a long time to figure out where to go and what to do, and it's hard to leave somewhere and go someplace else, but loyalty is a two-way street. You can't be loyal to somebody who's not loyal to you, and it took me leaving and then coming back and leaving and coming back to really find my place, but James Krause and Glory MMA and Fitness is where it's at.
In a perfect world, I'm sure you would have liked to maybe have done it sooner, or are you grateful for the process that you are where you need to be?
Man, it's all about the journey. I'm trying not to be so results driven and just trying to enjoy the ride, and I think it took me leaving and figuring out that what I was doing wasn't right to get back on the right path, and I think everything, I don't want to say works out the way it's supposed to, but it worked out the way that it did, and I couldn't be happier with where I'm at right now.
Good stuff, my man. Congrats on the great performance.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.